Female entrepreneurs are said to encompass approximately 1/3 of all entrepreneurs worldwide. There are 10.6 million of businesses owned by women entrepreneurs in the United States alone. The growth of women business enterprises over the last 10 years is unprecedented. According to the National Women's Business Council, women are starting more than 1,140 businesses per day at a rate of more than 47 per hour. Our guest today is one of those inspirational examples. In addition to that, she has received numerous awards. One, Best Original Theatrical Play, the Teatro en Teatro, won 3 out of 5 nominations. 2, award from the city of Montebello by then Mayor Eric Garcetti. 3, Humanitarian Award from the City of Los Angeles by Mayor Eric Garcetti. 4, Award of Recognition from Fund EHMIC by President Francisca Mendoza. 5, Leadership Award from the City of Los Angeles by Mayor Eric Garcetti.
Welcome to AMAP View. I am Julia. Our mission is to enable your business to succeed in the Americas and Asia Pacific region. Today, we're very happy to have our fabulous guest, Giovanna Salas, in joining us. She is a filmmaker consultant, business strategist, corporate event producer, and the current CEO of Heart Hollywood Motion Pictures. Welcome, Giovanna.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Julia, for having me today in your show. I'm very honored.
Thank you for coming over here. So tell us what motivated you to establish your current company, Heart of Hollywood Motion Pictures.
Well, I think what motivates me, it was several things, but what motivated me the most, I think that it was needed to be a place for the talent, the emerging talent that is new to Hollywood, the business industry. There needed to be some changes and some innovations to have more opportunity for more people. And I think that motivated me because I will include myself. I had the challenges, first because I was young, perhaps being a woman. You know, I don't want to talk about being a foreign, but it's right now I think that Hollywood is transition to a different it's different cultures, different backgrounds, and I think that it should be in a space for everyone in the industry.
What's the focus of your business?
Well, the focus is make movies and the entertainment. Right now we launch a film and streaming platform.
Cool.
So we are working on that, and I think that mainly is to support, like I say, new talent, new directors, new producers, and I think that is one of our focus for the company.
Who are your customers?
Well, everyone that is related with the entertainment industry. It can be all the way from producers, directors, actors, or business that would like to be related with, you know, sometimes they need branding or marketing and they want to be in this industry, such as like a perfume, fashion designers. So that goes very well. It's sometimes even like doctors.
Okay. How do you attract them?
Well, we do different things. We have networking events where we have people coming from France, from Spain, from Latin America, from China. So at these events, everybody get the opportunity to meet like-minded people and then get interactive, and sometimes magic happens. They end up doing business together. I know personally about a couple getting married because they met there.
So your event is like an international, global event.
Yes, yes. We didn't expect it to be that way, but this is what happened. And so we are very honored to have those events, because I get very surprised when people they just come from, like, let's say from France, but they also come out of state, from Florida or from any other state, and that is very honored to have the guests.
They all come over here for you.
Yes, for the company, Heart of Hollywood, you know. So that's how we want to do it. We don't believe. It's an open platform. That's what we call the networking event, an open platform where they can meet each other, and it's all related within the entertainment industry.
Okay, I know you are well known as the screenwriter of the series Hollywood or Bust, which tells a story about the obstacles that are faced by the new talents that come to Hollywood in hopes of fulfilling their dreams.
Yes.
Does this illustrate your own journey?
Oh my God. Well, I had to confess, yes, in a way, yes.
So you'll admit. I'm the first person to get
Yes.
this secret.
Yeah, you are yes, you are making me confess publicly. That story, it means a lot for me personally, because the story is about a cowboy that comes from Texas to LA trying to be an actor, right? And it's not even his dream. He's trying to make his mother's dreams come true, right? But he comes here and he finds, sleeping in a bench, not having a job, going with bad friendships that really are not what they're supposed to be, and end up in an audition that is not the one that he would like to be on. And it's more on and on that I will not want to say about the story.
So you also traveled like that?
In a similar, sometimes you change a little bit of things and then you put a little bit more action or drama, depending on what the story is telling you. But there is a lot of soul, there is a lot of truth, and I think that everybody will feel related with. I think that the Hollywood or Bust is about the people in the industry that works behind the scenes, and such as the actor, but it will also have the story of the director or the producer. And so right now we submitted to Sundance, and we are writing the next episodes, which I will be directing, and I feel very happy about that.
Giovanna has worked as the right hand of several directors and producers in Hollywood for several years, performing various services. Her ability to organize, problem solve, and direct a team has evolved into the founding of her own company, Heart of Hollywood Motion Pictures, based here in Los Angeles.
What do you think it takes to become an entrepreneur? Luck, have a lot of money, or have a background, or some other things?
I think that mainly it takes to have determination. If you have determination and you have a clear goal, a person can have many dreams and many goals, but you have to start like filtering out, okay, what is what you don't want or you like less, and then you might have 10 things, because a creative person thinks of different things, but then you go through a process of elimination, and then that thing that you like the most, that is the thing that you should pursue.
So once you have a passion for what you love to do, so you work harder, you are more determined.
Yes, you have to have determination, you have to be able to dream, you have to think about not impossibles. So I think that just getting out of your comfort zone, and I think the willingness to do the work, because it's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, and if you are not willing to do the work, and sometimes I work multiple hours, sometimes I don't take a vacation, and you don't have to suffer while you're doing it. So if you start suffering what you love or your passion, maybe you go back a little bit and rethink if that's what you want to do, or that is the right path for you. But in my case, I will say I love what I do. It's not suffering, it's enjoyment. If the things that seems to be harder is a little bit more like, okay, I can do it. But if I will also suggest, at the moment it doesn't feel good for me to do it, I have the right to stop as well.
So it's all about ambition, determination, passion, and take tough action.
Yes, a better description it could not be. So, yes, it takes a lot of like, desire to go and get what you want.
So I know you have many titles.
Sure.
Filmmaker, consultant, business strategist, influencer, and entrepreneur, film producer, film director. What role are you most comfortable playing?
I feel very comfortable to being a producer, because you know many areas of the film, the process. But it just happened that you are working in the field, right? And then without intention, I became a filmmaker consultant because everyone was knocking my door and asking me where I go and get a script doctor, where I go and get a DP, you know, like a wardrobe, the best makeup, the side effects, you know, and then it's like you go for like the doctor, right? And then you go to the general doctor. Hey, you know, I have this issue, I don't feel good, whatever. But and then you start feeling that you might have a heart problem. Well, I'm not a specialist in a heart problem, but I can direct you as a filmmaker's consultant to a, you know, like perhaps a script doctor. You know, there is a professional at a lot of years. So I work with multiple people. They are specialized in a certain area, and that's how we work together. And so that make me a filmmaker consultant, right? So I see what they need. The help the most, and then if I can help them, great. But if I cannot help them, I will pass them to the right person that
I
they
should
will.
knock your door. Giovanna Salas, how can I do my show better?
Yes, absolutely. You know, it's different ways, and I believe that everything, you know, the human being doesn't work alone. We interact with each other. So you help me, I help you, and it's all about that momentum to continue follow.
Yeah, create a synergy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the National Women's Business Council conducted research and said women business owners do face a number of obstacles in their access to financial capital and customer markets. How has this impacted you?
You know, well, when you see the numbers, the percentage of females or women in the entertainment industry, you know, is very, very low, right?
Yes.
So it's you have 100% to a 4 or less than the 10%. So I think that you just had to work. Finding new ways to create innovation, because see, if you, in my perspective, I can talk for my personal experience, but if you innovate, for me, that has impacted my business, because I cannot do the same that everybody else is doing, because if I do that, you know, I even being a woman, it will stay in one line. You know, like a horizontal. We'll never
you wish
go.
you were a man?
Not really, but I mean, I don't like to say it because I believe this is my personal belief in the film industry. To be is art. So the movie doesn't have a genre, doesn't have like, you know, like a woman or a man. I believe that it should not. But the statistics, it's telling you that women has less opportunities because it's a lower number. And that is a problem.
It is a factor right now.
Yes.
So what other challenges are you facing?
Well, I think the other challenges, it will be perhaps trying to reach more audience that they don't know yet about Hollywood, and they perhaps would like to be more educated about the industry. So I think that is my point. If there is something, like I say to you, that we cannot help them, we can refer people. We are not a company that believe in competition. So I think that the mission is to tell the stories. That's our mission. And so if we want to really tell stories, we need to be able to share with others as well.
What risk are you willing to take, since you are a very determined person?
Well, wow.
It's
Julia.
a tough question.
Well, it's not tough, but it's difficult to answer that question.
Yeah, it's a lot of obstacles you need to
so
overcome.
far I think that I had take all the risk. Well, except, you know, taking my clothes out, but other than that, I mean, I think that, you know, if you want to do something, you just have to work harder and then try to do it.
Yeah.
And so I don't believe in impossibles. It's very hard for me to think that is something that cannot be done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any mentor along the way helping you?
I have many mentors. I have many mentors. I have many wonderful friends. And I think that that has helped me a lot. And I believe that nobody does the things alone. And without my mentors, without my friends, without the support of my family, I will not be able to move forward. So that's another thing. To be able to be an entrepreneur, not everyone has the same luck or continue being an entrepreneur and be happy in the personal life or having friends or business partners. It's very difficult because you don't find a lot of people that is an entrepreneur like-minded in the same area. It's kind of difficult. So it might take you a couple years in order to find the right person to work with.
Are you also mentoring others?
Yes, I like to do that. I like to go and speak at schools. But yes, whenever I have the opportunity or they open to consultation, I try to do my best and be informative about all the ways that they can do one
That's
thing.
great. So
Yes.
who is your role model?
My role model. Well, I have many role models. Okay, and I think that
Your mom?
one of my role models, I would say, that is Henry Ford. Like, I know it's well back, but you know that changed my life when I read Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and I always thought about that. I will say that the universe is something that everyone, the spiritual need, and I'm good with that.
Okay.
And other than that, my family, I guess.
You currently have a TV series pilot and 2 films scheduled for release soon. Can you share more about that with us?
Well, one of them was a Hollywood Bus, and then the other we're working on a documentary that is about the donkey silver. It's an iconic symbol of Mexico, and so we are doing the documentary. There is the first of the kind, and so we're gonna see how it goes with that.
Cool. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
You're watching A Map View with Julia and Giovanna Salas, the CEO of the Heart of Hollywood Media and Motion Pictures. In our next segment, Sandy Rodriguez, who is the editor for many influential Mexican newspapers, magazines, and websites. She will join us. So welcome.
Hello,
Sandy.
Julia. Thank you so much for having me on. It's so lovely to be here with yourself and Giovanna.
Yes, I actually know that you guys are colleagues. You are working together as a complementary to her talents.
Well, I
And
try
also,
to be.
and also advisor authority in print and digital media. What's your advice for her challenges?
Well, I think one of the challenges facing Heart of Hollywood at this time is letting people know exactly what it is that Heart of Hollywood does. Because it is a multimedia company, it has so many branches that it's kind of hard to focus and let people know what Heart of Hollywood does. At its heart, Heart of Hollywood is a multimedia production company working on projects that are very close to Giovanna's heart, as well as offering resources for people working on their own projects. Very specifically, it works as a multimedia or film consulting company. If somebody out there is needing any kind of guidance in regard to a project that they're working on, be it TV, be it movies, be it a magazine, movie video, music video, anything at all, Giovanna can provide key people that will help this project go from mind to screen.
That's great. So actually, I know you have very strong relationship with many Latin America government official leaders and also the media. No doubt about that. You even have some contacts with Asian country, South Korea?
I actually do. The thing is that back in, well, I don't even want to say the date. I don't want to date myself, but let's say that when I was a younger lady, even younger than today, I was fortunate enough to be a part of a fellowship program in Seoul, in South Korea, at Seoul National University, which was fascinating. I got to meet colleagues from all across Asia as a journalist in that capacity. And certainly that was very enriching. And what I learned from our Asian sister countries, which after all, we're all one world, it's definitely a globalized situation these days, I brought back with me to the Americas. And certainly I try to have a little bit of an Asian perspective on things as well.
Good. What's your advice for those who want to reach out to Latin America markets regarding media relationship development?
Well, that's an interesting question, because I think that a mistake that many people do when trying to address Latinos or the Latin media is perceiving them as one single thing across the board. Whereas we're talking about numerous countries in different continents even. We're talking about people of different racial, ethnic, cultural, ideological, philosophical backgrounds. It's just a very, very diverse group of people within what you would call Latin America or Hispanic, which includes Spain as well. And basically you would have to decide who you want to target and go for them. For instance, I lived for many years in Mexico. And I have to say that it's interesting. If you look at a map of Mexico, it's literally half the size of Europe. So it's gigantic. So you might say, well, I met one person from southern Mexico, which means I know Mexicans as a whole. No, it's just a very diverse group of people, and you would need to address the specific audience you're looking for.
Great. So the last question for both of you.
Yes.
How do you achieve work-life balance?
Well, would you like to go ahead?
Well, I think that as long as make you happy, you know, I think that happiness is very important of every of your daily life. So I think that that's my balance. I'm a very positive person. So when I wake up, I'm very positive, and I start going through my day and taking out the negative as far away possible. I think that, you know, the balance gets the right.
How about you,
right
Sandy?
way.
I would say don't feel you have to do it all. I mean, certainly focus on what you like. Maybe, for instance, in my case, I like to spend time with my son, and I like work. I'm a workaholic, and I'm also mama bear. I mean, definitely, I like both things. So maybe if that means sacrificing, say, going out partying, well, who cares? I mean, that's not something that's relevant to me. You just need to do what's good for you, what you like, what you enjoy, and that's pretty much it.
Great. So I think it's time for us to relax here and find the balance here. So let's dance with Spanish music.